Welcome back. Last week, non-essential retail and outdoor hospitality venues reopened in England, while people were allowed to visit with members of their household. For many, the reopening led to long-awaited reunions with friends and family or overdue haircuts. We talked to DR.ESIEN UKOREBI, GP Registrar, Worcester Royal Hospital in England. He joins us for more on the lockdown ease. Thanks for joining us on the programme.
Thank you very much.
So tell us, how does it feel, the ease of COVID restrictions? Perhaps for you as a health worker, you kept going to work, but what does it look like now?
I must say it's a very good feeling to be finally out of lockdown. Having been in lockdown for more than 1 year now, to see the country going back to normal, it is an exciting feeling. So on the 12th of April, we saw a further step in the easing of the lockdown with non-essential shops opening. I was able to get a haircut after almost 1 year of not being able to go to the barbers. And we've seen shops open. And just beyond the fact that shops are open, beyond the fact that we can see our families and friends and sit out with them again, is the fact that we can see that, the number of people dying in the UK has fallen drastically. We've seen that the number of people in hospital has also reduced drastically, and that brings smiles, not just to the faces of the health workers, but to everyone at large.
So essentially less, pressure on you as a health worker. But talk to us about the fear, if there are any fears for children and perhaps young adults who aren't been vaccinated as yet.
Definitely, it's less pressure for us as health workers at the moment, because we, like I said, have seen quite a drop in the numbers. And for children, during the first and the second wave, studies had shown that it's less likely for children to have serious infection or serious illnesses from COVID-19. And we saw this play out in the first wave and the second wave of coronavirus. And there is no fear at the moment for children. We know that in the nearest future, we will see vaccinations being extended to children, and that would come after the most vulnerable persons. So the elderly people, the middle-aged population have all been vaccinated, and then we can then focus on the children. But at the moment, there has been no fear previously for children in terms of COVID-19 infection, and currently there's still no fear.
So scientists have also confirmed that the reduction of coronavirus cases and deaths are due to the vaccine rollout rather than the lockdowns, which, have been put in place or were put in place. What do you think about this? And plus it really becomes a concern for countries who don't have enough vaccines for their population, doesn't it?
Yeah, it clearly shows that the vaccine was the major deal in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. We saw the pandemic start with lockdown in various countries, and that did not change anything. We still saw numbers surge across the world. And with the emergence of the vaccine, we've seen a drastic reduction in the numbers of deaths, in the numbers of hospitalization. In UK, this week, on Monday, we had 4 deaths. That's the lowest that we've seen in 7 months. And that can clearly be attributed to the success of the rollout of the vaccine. And with countries who are still struggling to get the vaccine, I would say that we cannot completely win the battle against this pandemic if one country alone is totally vaccinated. UK has vaccinated close to 50% of its population, but that's not the end of the battle. The battle will be completed when poorer countries who are not able to get this vaccine have this vaccine extended out to them by some of these countries who have more than enough vaccine. So I think it's a problem that some countries don't have it, but that signifies that we are still far from the end of the pandemic.
All right, we'd like to appreciate your time always on the program. DR.ESIEN UKOREBI, GP Registrar, Worcester Royal Hospital. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.